Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through some player props I like on Prizepicks for today's MLB slate on Wednesday, June the 25th. We got a full MLB slate today. Do have a couple early games. We typically do have early games on Wednesdays, on Thursdays. For today, we do, I think, have 4 early games, and there are some props that I do like from these early games, so I'm going to go ahead and try and get this video posted the night before. I'm recording this video on Tuesday night. So hopefully by the time you're watching this video, these games won't have started yet. You'll be able to get these plays in. But we got 3 plays for today that we're going to break down, talk about, and discuss. 3 plays I like, taking a first look at the board the night before. So before we talk through these plays, guys, as always, if you do enjoy these Prizepicks videos and if they help you out, make sure to hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to the channel and if you are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have a Prizepicks account, make sure to sign up. Use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code. Place your first $5 lineup. You're going to get $50 in free lineups instantly added to your account. Make sure to, again, check out Prizepicks if you have not yet. And then I also do want to give a quick shout out to Sleeper because we do have a partnership with Sleeper as well. You guys can go download the Sleeper app, sign up, use promo code NOAH over there, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. So whatever you put in on your first deposit, Sleeper will match it up to $100. If you put in $100, they'll give you an additional $100 to play with. You don't have to deposit that much, but it is matched up to $100. Whatever you do deposit on that first deposit. And if you guys don't know what Sleeper is, they're a DFS Pick'em app, very similar to Prizepicks, where you just pick more or less on player projections. You build out your lineup. You can do up to an 8-pick lineup on Sleeper, win up to 100x your money. You can mix and match sports as well. And another benefit to playing on Sleeper, they do a lot of promotions, a lot of discounts throughout the week. They're always giving out discounted player props, giving out free squares, payout boosts, multiplier boosts, protected plays. They do those all throughout the week. So if you guys, again, want to check out Sleeper, download their app and make sure to use that promo code NOAH when you sign up. But let's talk about some plays I do like here for Wednesday. Now, I want to recap our plays from our video on Tuesday before we go over our plays for today. So we gave out 3 picks Tuesday. We went 2-1 on our 3 plays. Unfortunately, couldn't get a full sweep. We did take Turek Skubal under 4.5 hits allowed, which was the one play that missed. Skubal didn't have his best stuff on Tuesday night. Gave up 4 runs. Gave up, I think 6 hits. Just wasn't as sharp as you probably would have expected him to be in that matchup, especially where his lines were set at. The sportsbooks were expecting Skubal to pitch really well Tuesday night. He was heavily favored for under 1.5 runs allowed. He had like an 8.5 K prop. But yeah, he gave up 6 hits, 4 runs, didn't have his best stuff. But we did cash our other 2 plays. Heliot Ramos over 6.5 fantasy score. Eric Lauer over 4 strikeouts. So hopefully you guys were still able to make some money. We've still been doing really well with the MLB plays. Last 14 MLB plays, we've hit 11 of our last 14 MLB plays. So we're on an 11-3 run in MLB right now, and hopefully we can keep that going and hopefully get a full sweep today, hit all 3 of these plays for Tuesday. But let's go ahead and break down the plays I like. First one is going to be a strikeouts prop. And we're going to take Jacob Misiorowski. I think that's how you say his last name. Jacob Misiorowski. We're going to take for more than 5.5 strikeouts. So we have only seen Misiorowski pitch 2 games this season in the majors. He had 5 Ks in his debut against the Cardinals, which is not an easy matchup for strikeouts. The Cardinals do have a very low strikeout rate against right-handed pitching this season. In fact, they have the 5th lowest strikeout rate. And then in his last start against the Twins, he did have 6 Ks. That was a little bit of a better matchup, but still not a great one. Minnesota ranks 19th, so they've been a below league average team when it comes to strikeouts, striking out versus right-handed pitching. Well, now Misiorowski gets to face the Pirates, which is a really good matchup for strikeouts. This season, the Pirates have the 9th highest strikeout rate against right-handed pitching, 22.2%. And if you look at their strikeout rate on the road, Pittsburgh's been striking out even more on the road against right-handed pitching. 5th highest K rate, 24%. So this is a really good matchup for Misiorowski to be able to get strikeouts. And this is a pitcher that is a highly touted pitcher. He's one of the top pitching prospects for the Brewers. And if we look at his strikeout numbers in the minors, he was a guy that consistently put up over a 30% strikeout rate in the minors. In 2023 in the minors, he had a 35% strikeout rate. Last season in AAA, he had a 31% strikeout rate. This season in AAA, he had a 31.5% strikeout rate. Like, he's consistently had a high strikeout rate in the minors. So far through his 2 major league starts, he's had a 28.9% strikeout rate. Obviously, it's a small sample. He's only made 2 starts. But this is a pitcher that is projected to be a pretty good strikeout pitcher in the major leagues. He's got a lot of velocity. He throws really hard. His fastball averages almost 100 miles per hour. He throws a slider that averages almost 94.5 miles per hour. You never see pitchers throw sliders that hard, but he's got almost a 95 mile per hour slider. His curveball is almost 88 miles per hour average, and then he does throw a changeup occasionally that is over 90 miles per hour. So he's just got a ton of velocity. His pitches have a lot of movement. He's a guy that should be a guy that's going to get, that's going to be a good strikeout pitcher in the majors. Good strikeout stuff so far we've seen from Mizorowski, and now he probably gets his best strikeout matchup yet facing the Pirates here. So I like him for more than 5.5 strikeouts. That's going to be our first prop for today. Next prop that I like is going to be a hits allowed prop, and we're going to take Sean Burke for more than 4.5 hits allowed. So Sean Burke this season, he's not been great, and as of late, he's not been great. You can see over his last few starts, he's given up 5 hits to Baltimore, 7 to Detroit, gave up 8 hits to the Astros, only gave up 4 hits in his last start against the Cardinals. But if we look at Burke this season, he has a 4.60 ERA, or excuse me, a 4.50 ERA, and he's actually projected for negative regression because his expected ERA is 5.29. It's pretty rare to see a guy with a 4.5 ERA be projected for negative regression, but he's got a 5.29 expected ERA. His expected batting average is 267, which ranks just in the 26th percentile, so pretty poor numbers there. And then he's also a guy that doesn't really strike many batters out. And if you're taking an over on a pitcher's hits allowed prop, I mean, you want balls to be put in play. Obviously, strikeouts are not what we're wanting here. We want balls to be put in play. And this season, Burke has had a very low strikeout rate, just a 18.3% K percentage, which is well below league average. And he's going to be facing an Arizona team that is a very patient team, doesn't strike out a lot. Now, it is worth noting that Arizona is dealing with some injuries right now. So Corbin Carroll is on the IL, so he's not going to be in the lineup. Josh Naylor was a late scratch in Tuesday's game. We'll see if he plays here on Wednesday. I think Eugenio Suarez is expected to miss a few games, so he probably won't be in the lineup. But they still have Ketel Marte. He should be in the lineup. Still have Geraldo Perdomo, who's been really good this season. He should be in the lineup. Pavin Smith has decent numbers against right-handed pitching. Lourdes Gurriel's a fairly low strikeout guy. They just have a lot of solid hitters up and down this lineup. They have a lot of guys that put balls in play, don't strike out a lot. And if we look at Sean Burke this season, Sean Burke has actually been worse against right-handed hitters. He's given up a 287 average, 339 on base percentage to right-handed hitters. He's going to be facing a decent amount of righties because if Naylor's not in the lineup, that's going to take a lefty out. In the top of the lineup, the lefties that he will face are good lefties, like Ketel Marte, Perdomo. He's going to face good lefties. The righties are probably the worst hitters, guys like Gurriel, James McCann. I think they just acquired. Randall Grichuk might be in the lineup. There's going to be some righties in the lineup for Arizona here. And while the righties aren't as good, Burke has been really bad against righties this year. So I think this is a spot where he probably projects to give up a decent amount of hits. I mean, the Diamondbacks have a team total near 5 runs. So, I mean, they're expected to put up about 5 runs here. If Arizona puts up 5 runs, in this game, there's probably a good chance that, most of those runs are coming on Burke, coming against him. So I think if he gives up 3 or 4 runs here, pretty good chance he's going to give up 5 hits. So facing an Arizona team that's been good this season against right-handed pitching, that has a very low strikeout rate, that puts balls in play, I like Burke for more than 4.5 hits allowed. I could read off some of Arizona's season-long stats, but I'm not sure those apply too much to today, just because, again, the lineup that they're rolling out right now is definitely different than what they've been rolling out this season, just because of the injuries that they've been dealt with. But even with the injuries they're dealt with, this Arizona lineup is still pesky, still a lot of low-K guys in there, guys that are going to put balls in play. And again, Burke's a low strikeout pitcher, so he's not going to be striking a lot of guys out. I mean, you can look, his K prop for today is set at 3.5. It's a demon, or it's a goblin 3.5, but I mean, he's only projected for 3 to 4 strikeouts. So if he's not really getting a lot of strikeouts, that means he's probably going to be giving up, balls getting put in play, which hopefully will mean he's giving up hits. So that'll be our second play for today. And then the third and final play we're going to take is a pitching outs line. And we're going to take Zach Wheeler for less than 18.5 pitching outs. Now, it's always a little bit scary taking an under on a good pitcher, especially an elite pitcher like Zach Wheeler. But 18.5 it's a crucial line here. So you think about pitching outs and you think how these are calculated. So for pitching outs, it's basically just however many innings you pitch. So if you pitch 6 innings, there's 3 outs per inning. You do 6 times 3, that's 18. Well, in order for Zach Wheeler to go over this pitching outs line, he would need to pitch into the 7th inning, which is just really hard to do in today's game. I mean, teams are patient. There's so many teams that just put balls in play. You have to be super, super efficient to be able to pitch into the 7th inning. Now, Zach Wheeler has done it plenty this season. Like, I think he's pitched 7 innings, I think like 3 or 4 times this season, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. I'm going to look through his game log. So he went 7 innings against the Rockies, not surprising. He went 7 innings against Miami, also kind of not surprising. Went 6.2 innings against Washington, 7 innings against Tampa Bay, 7 innings against Cleveland. So he's gone 7 innings, like 4 times this season. He's definitely a pitcher that can go 7 innings, when he's got his best stuff. But I don't think this is the easiest matchup against Houston. Now, Houston, in terms of pitches per plate appearance, I think Houston does see the fewest pitches per plate appearance this season, which that's maybe why this line is set at 18.5. What that basically means is Houston is a team that does swing early in counts. They're not a team that runs up pitch counts, but they can when they're hitting the ball, when they're putting balls in play. Although Houston does see the fewest pitches per plate appearance this season, this is still a Houston team that doesn't really strike out a lot and is going to put balls in play. So I don't know if this is a spot where Wheeler projects to go super deep into the game. Obviously, if he's got his best stuff, he can go 7+ innings any start. But it's a road matchup. Wheeler's been a little bit worse on the road this year than he has been at home. Houston's offense has been good at home as of late. Like, if you look at their numbers against right-handed pitching at home this season, I think they rank top 10 in most categories. Like, in terms of WRC plus, Houston has the 8th best WRC plus versus right-handed pitching at home this season. They've got the 3rd best average, 5th best on base percentage. In terms of slugging, they only rank 15th in slugging, but OPS, they're 13th in OPS. Like, this Houston offense is still really good, even though they might be a team that does kind of induce quicker outs just because they are not as patient. They will swing early in counts, but if they're putting balls in play, if they're getting hits against Wheeler, there's definitely still a chance he only goes 6 innings here. I mean, in order for him to go over this pitching outs line, he's going to have to get through 6 innings at like less than 90 pitches. Because if he gets through 6 innings and he's at 90, 91, 92 pitches, it's a very good possibility that he's not going to be out there, to pitch the 7th inning, like if he's at 90+ pitches. So he's he's going to have to be super efficient to go over this pitching outs line. And against Houston, who's been good offensively this season, been good offensively as of late, and been good offensively at home, I'll take the gamble here that Wheeler just doesn't have his best stuff, which is what he'll need to go 7+ innings. And in this matchup, I just don't think that happens. So that's what I like as our third and final prop for today. We're going to take Zach Wheeler for less than 18.5 pitching outs. So we got 3 plays here, guys, for this slate on Wednesday. Again, we do have some early games on Wednesday, so we have 2 plays from the early games. The Pittsburgh Milwaukee game that starts at 2:10 Eastern time. So does the White Sox Arizona game. So hopefully by the time you're watching this video, those games won't have started yet. You'll be able to put these plays in. But hopefully we can go 3-0 today. We went 2-1 on our 3 plays on Tuesday. Been doing really well with our MLB plays lately. Cashing 11 of our last 14 plays, individual plays that we've given out on this YouTube channel. So see if we can keep that rolling here. Hit these 3 plays for Wednesday. But as always, guys, appreciate you watching. Make sure to hit that like button down below if you enjoy these Prizepicks videos. Hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to the channel, if you are new to Prizepicks, and if you don't have a Prizepicks account, make sure to sign up. Use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code. Place your first $5 lineup. You're going to get $50 in free lineups instantly added to your account. So check out Prizepicks if you have not yet. But good luck as always, guys. Let's win some money tonight and I'll see you guys in the next video.